one passion. Why settle? One goal, one passion. Why settle?
Thank you guys for tuning in today. I am your girl, Yazmen Rene'a. And this is WhyySettle, the podcast that supports, advocates, and promotes mental health for Black communities. Today, I have a long-term friend with me here. His name is Xaviir Briggs. You can go ahead and tell a little bit about yourself.
Man, Yaz go back, way back, man. I think, cheerleading and football, whole nights, held basketball for a little while. But yeah, I mean, I'm a god. Now I work all the time now, but you know.
And you model?
I'm a model as well.
Okay.
I'm a model as well.
Tell us about that.
I've been doing some, they've been trying to get me into the acting world.
Okay.
I don't like lines.
Really? Is it memorizing the lines?
Yes.
Okay.
Just let me improvise. You know what I'm saying? Let me improvise.
Let me make my own script.
There. But other than that, I mean, modeling has been cool because people get to they get to wrap their fashion around me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get to bring my piece to whatever their brand is. So I appreciate that. And, you know, I get people ask me all the time, well, why don't you start your own brand? I'm just like, bro, I got too much shit going on. I'm trying to figure out with my own life. And I ain't got time to be putting into my damn designs.
Definitely. And you've done runway and photo shoots. Which one do you like more?
I must say I like them both for different reasons.
Okay.
Runway because you just get to bring your personality to the walk.
Right.
And everybody, you know, tunes in to see who you are and, you know, what you bring to the table.
Right.
And then I like the photo shoots because you can turn, like, if you're having a bad day, it wouldn't look like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know that.
And the photographer and yourself come to this, like, it's like a coalition. It's weird, but you know, you guys come together and you create this art.
Yeah.
And it's always just dope.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You know, I've done my fair share, you know, before the mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so I get it. It's like a
You like revamp.
Yeah. I tried.
That's
tried, you know. I feel you though with the modeling. I felt like it was a cool outlet. You know, it was a way to get you out of what you're going through. Sometimes.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, the only reason I started was that's the last thing my mom said for me. She wanted me to do.
Wow.
She's been trying to get me to do that shit for years. I was like, Mom, that shit is gay. I'm not doing it. That's what I told her. I said, that shit gay. I ain't trying to attract the wrong crowd.
Right.
I'm good.
I did notice that though. Like you got into modeling after your mom passed, and that's perfect segue into our conversation because we will be discussing grief today in the Black community. And one of my questions was actually, how did your mom influence your modeling career? That's crazy.
She is the reason I got in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I've always been into like fashion and dressing and putting that shit on. You know how it goes down. But like, she's like, Zay, like, you need to be in front of somebody's camera. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that shit, Mom.
Wow. And now look, you doing it.
That shit crazy.
You done did photo shoots. You did runway.
Yeah.
Like
I've done lifestyle ads as well.
Wow.
Like Ponce City Markets has a what's that shit called? It's the 12 Cocktail Bar.
Okay.
They asked for somebody to do pictures for their Instagram and their page, and like shit, I'm all on their page.
Wow.
That shit cool as hell.
That's a plug-in, guys. check out the lifestyle ads.
For sure.
12 Cocktail Bar. Definitely. And with your mom passing, what was that moment like for you when you got the news or when you found out? Because that was was it 2020? Yeah. Was it like that was like COVID?
It was like September the 6th, and the fire department came and picked her up. Because her and my dad had been asleep. You know, I was at the time, this was like during COVID, so we on the game.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Heavy.
25, 8, we on the gang. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm in the other room. My dad just yells. Because I had already went in there to see, if they was all right. They was in there sleeping shit. And I believe, I'm not sure if that day she had, she did. We did go to the doctor that day. I drove, though, because she was just all the way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a wild day, my nigga. Shit.
Yeah.
So we got back from the hospital. She was totally out of it. She wasn't really comprehending nothing I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I had to call my dad. I'm like, yo, like, my nigga, this is not it, bro. I don't know. Can we cuss on here?
Go ahead.
Oh,
yeah, you're good.
Because this is how I talk to my dad.
You're good.
Mom.
This
like,
is,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
this is conversation.
for sure. I'm like, dude, like, she not, like, because she, it was funny, but it wasn't funny because, like, my mom she is a hard-headed ass. And even in her last days, she's still hard-headed. And I'm just like,
right.
Ma, like, she ended up laying down on the floor. I'm like, yo, get up on the couch. And, like, I ended up having to carry her up the stairs. It's dead weight.
Right.
Carrying up the stairs. I'm like, dude, I called my dad. I'm like, my nigga, what is happening?
Mm-hmm.
So that whole day was a lot for me. And then, so as I carried her up the stairs, I also had to, the portable toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe that last set of chemo they gave her just was too strong.
Yeah.
It was a pill form. We should have went against it.
Mm-hmm.
But, at this point, we were just trying to figure out what we could use to work to get the cancer out.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole day is just me and her. She ended up going to the restroom. I had to, like, literally, I was picking her up all damn day. And then, like I said, when we got back, when my dad got home, he pretty much took over. And my sister wasn't there, thank God. And then Carter wasn't there either. I don't know where she was, but she wasn't there. So that was good. I was like, good. So nobody, like, has that mental memory of, my dad calling me. He's like, hey, call 911. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, call 911. I'm like, all right. And my mom just laying there, bro, like, she not really getting no air for real. Like, it sound like she wheezing. And I'm just like, man, like, this is fucked. And I'm like, I'm instantly upset. I'm pissed.
Right.
I cut the game off. I didn't even tell the niggas I was getting. I'm like, hey, I just cut it off.
Right.
So we wait for the fire department to get there, and they carried her out on a fucking one of them little stretcher things, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck what's happening? And
right.
He's like, I don't know, but just go get some sleep. Mind you, this is like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. At that time, I was a night owl, so I didn't really get no sleep that night. Then the next day, my dad gets a call saying she's going to hospice. Excuse me. And then, shortly after hospice, he was, how that goes.
Right. Yeah.
So I was fucked up for sure for a few days.
Definitely. And as far as going through that, seems like you were very helpful during that time with your dad and just being there for your mom. Do you feel like you were able to actually, when you get in that moment of your mom passing, do you feel like you were able to grieve being the older son and taking care of your sister and being there for your father? Do you feel like you got your chance to just feel, actually?
I did. It was way after the fact, after the point, though. Like,
so not in that moment.
Hell no.
Like months later.
I caused a lot of damage before I could even process what happened. Like I put a lot of harm to people that I didn't mean to.
Definitely.
But fucked up a lot of relationships in that process that I had to go back and fix for sure. But yeah, I caused a lot of pain and infliction on people, and it wasn't on purpose again. But
definitely,
I didn't want to be close to nobody. I didn't want nobody to be close to me. I didn't want nobody to feel sorry for me. I didn't want to use nobody for a crutch.
Right.
Because I want to. Prior to this point, everything that I had gone through in life had been by myself. So I'm thinking this is just something else that we just go through on our own.
Right.
And, we'll chop it down and swallow it and pause and, and just move on. Shit was tough.
Definitely.
Like, the fact that, like, bro, when I go to Kroger to get gas, my mom's number is the number that I use. Yeah. Even till now.
Right.
Like, it's just little shit.
Definitely.
Holidays. I don't even like holidays.
Right.
I told myself eventually if I have kids, then holidays might become special again. But I fucking hate holidays. I work every holiday. I don't care.
Yeah. Even now, still feel,
I can't do it. So
definitely.
Did I get to grieve? Yes, but it was way after the fact.
Did you feel like you had to be strong for your sister? And for okay.
For sure.
Did that affect that grief for you?
Did it affect it? No, because again, like during that time, so right after she ended up passing, and we had like a little, my mom, she always used to say, if I pass, I want y'all to party. So I'm like, fuck. It's funny when she said it, but now, like when the shit actually happened, it's hard as fuck to party.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
party,
the last thing you want to do in a way.
I'm not trying to party.
Right.
But we had a little, Mom Carolyn put something together, and she had all of our family come through and all of that. It was rough, man.
Yeah.
And the fact that my dad, I ain't never seen I seen my dad cry, but not like that.
Of course, right.
Queen either. Queen a tough motherfucker.
Yeah.
But my dad, he tough as shit too.
Yeah.
And mind you, he had just lost his father too.
Wow.
He had just lost his dad.
And how long was him and your mother together? 40 years.
Almost 40, if not 40.
Wow.
They met similar to my girl and I. They met. My mom was 17, and my dad was senior in college, 21, and similar to myself and my girl now. But yeah, that's when they met.
Wow.
And they have been together since.
Wow. And you mentioned relationships, the ones that you damaged and then had to go back and repair. During that time, you said that, you didn't want people close to you. You didn't want to be close to other people. So how do you feel like your support system was there? Do you feel like you got the support from others that you may have wanted?
I have never lost no one that close to me. It's hard to have a support system from people that still got their mama. It's tough because it's low key a envy. Like, nigga, I feel you feel me, but you get to go home to your mama. You get to call her. She gonna answer the phone.
Definitely.
I don't got that no more. So it ain't really shit you can say that's gonna make me feel better.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing you can say. And the most important person was my girl. I pushed her away the furthest because I didn't want her to be a crutch.
Yeah. And when you say a crutch, do you mean just somebody that, like, what do you mean when you say crutch?
When I say crutch, I mean, I didn't want to have to lean on nobody in order to deal with what was going on. I didn't want to have to be like crying and doing all of that shit because that's not, for one, I had to do what my mother asked me to do, which was to continue to live and continue to make her proud. So that was at the top of the list.
Right.
Processing what the fuck had happened was number 2.
Yeah.
And then accepting it. And once I got through all 3 of those steps via therapy,
yeah,
because I didn't even start doing therapy until this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so a whole 2 years, year and a half went by before I decided to go through therapy.
And what was that? What hit you and was like, I need to go to therapy?
Nigga, I called my dad and I called my sister. I'm like, hey, y'all been through therapy? Both of them. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When?
Right.
Why the fuck y'all ain't tell me?
Right.
Niggas is just all right out here, and I'm out here trying.
Help me.
Nigga, you feel me?
Right.
I'm out here, I'm struggling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was not living right. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I called my dad. And the one thing that started the process for me was I explained to him what happened. I explained to him that was a lot for me to take on.
This was the first time you guys had that discussion?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was a lot for me to take on, and shit fucked me up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told him word for word. And I'm just like, there's no reason I should have been carrying my mama up the stairs. I understand you was working and Queen was working, but excuse me, I'm like, dog, that was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that gave me like a reassurance that I did the right thing was he said, thank you.
Mm.
He said, no son should have to go through that with his mom, but you did, and I appreciate it. And I was like, whew.
It gave you peace.
Yeah.
Hearing that. Where do you feel like that was like you said, you took that breath? It was like a breath of like a sigh of relief in a way for you.
That was like damn, this is my nigga for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to keep him up because I'm like, man, if I lose my dad too, bro, I'm going to fucking flip shit for sure. I don't know what I'm going to do at that point because I ain't going to lie, man. I played my life a few times during that period.
Yeah. So it got really dark. Definitely.
I played my life a few times. Like, I'm not saying like no drugs and no shit like that, but like my car, man, that Corvette out there, boy, we didn't play with fire for sure.
Yeah.
And it's just on some like getting a rush to feel better.
Yeah.
And I mean, God kept me here, of course, but like
definitely.
I played with fire a few times, like switching lanes and it's raining outside.
Mm-hmm.
Almost flipped that bitch.
Yeah.
So like, and I did that to see like, bro, like, am I supposed to be here? Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Kept that car on the ground. Like,
I guess you got your answer. You're supposed to be
here.
here. Definitely. Definitely.
That shit fucked me up though.
Did going through that and having that discussion with your father, did that bring you guys closer?
We was already damn close.
Okay, it was already close.
That's my guy.
And your sister too. Everybody was already close.
My sister and my dad had a little rut at that time.
Okay.
I had to tell. This is my first time ever talking about this.
Yeah.
I never talked to either one of them about it because it was their thing to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for a daughter to recognize when her dad needs to move on.
Yeah.
And my dad, started dating his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And, Queen was asking me, like, how do you feel about it? I'm like, man, the nigga need to be happy.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Right.
If he's happy, that means he's less stressed out, which means he lives longer. Mm-hmm. I need him here.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Right.
Queen's like, I don't know. We didn't get to meet her. And I'm like, nigga, do it matter? She's not our fucking mom.
Right.
She's just the lady that's married to dad.
Mm-hmm.
That's who she is. She's sweet. She's total opposite from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Total opposite. My mom was hard. she was funny, but like she gonna talk shit with you.
Yeah.
My dad's wife now, Carla, she's a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure if she even cusses.
Right.
So it's just a total different person. But I think right now where he's at in life, that's what he needs.
Yeah.
I don't think he need to go get another one of my mom. It's only one mom.
Right. Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
But that was a battle that they had to go through. And they're good now.
That's
but
good.
they man, niggas was in a rut. I'm like, can y'all like grow the fuck up, both of you? Like, you need to learn how to talk to her, and you need to show her that I'm not the favorite kid. And then you just need to breathe. You just breathe. He loves you. He don't know how to talk to you, but he's learning. He's working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But all of this shit y'all got going, y'all got to fix that, because this ain't what she would have wanted.
Yeah. So you feel like it seems like is that you're the glue in a way.
Oh, nigga.
Like even when your mom, you know, in her last days, you helping and doing that, and then with your sister and your dad, it seems like you're the glue, like that strength in it. Is that how can you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've always been, even like in times where we just didn't click as a family, like I'm always gonna crack a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Cause everybody need to laugh. Like, what the fuck are y'all mad about?
Right. It's not that serious.
It's never that deep.
Definitely.
It's never that deep. That's why I don't really do the whole arguing and beefing with people. That shit's weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
People be like, I got haters. Why?
Right.
Everybody should love you.
Yeah. Right.
And you should love everybody. Even if y'all don't connect on that level. Like, my girl be like, you so melancholy. I'm like, no, nigga, I just be chilling. Like,
yeah.
It's too much fucked up shit in the world for us to be beefing about all this little shit, bro. Like,
definitely. Going through something so rough, it makes everything else seem less. Yes. And then it's very true. When you go through that rough time, that a lot of people haven't went through or haven't gone through, it may not go through for years. You know, it's like things to you is like, they always say that people who are grieving seem like the toughest. Like, they seem like they're all right when everybody else is kind of falling apart. And I think that's where that comes from, just having that peace of knowing, like, nothing is worse than what I went through or what I'm going through.
Shit worse than that, bro.
Definitely.
I mean, aside from possibly losing my dad, but I don't see that shit happening for a while.
Yeah.
I be on it. I be on his ass. I be like, hey, get your ass in the gym.
Yeah.
I push him. He
so
push
health
me.
is definitely something you're like on
Sure.
your dad
and
about.
I tell him, I'm like, you know, because I talk shit to him, but I talk shit to him in a way where I know he gonna continue to do what he been doing. Like, yeah, nigga, I picked up 225 today.
Oh,
I
yeah.
picked up 250 today.
Like competing with him.
What you doing?
Right.
Sitting on the couch and shit. Get your ass up, because he retired now. So, you know, his motivation is like, I just want to stay in shape. And do it whatever I want to do. He tried to get a job. That shit didn't work.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Because he had ended up, I don't know why he did this. This nigga's like, because he worked for the school system before. But he was a driver education person. Like, he taught people how to drive the buses and all of that. So he decided, all right, I'm going to go back to work for this the semester, and then, you know, I'm going to see how it goes.
Right.
He decides to go be a lunch man at the school. I'm like, this is not going to last long. So then he's like, all right, I'm going to finish the semester. And then he called me like the next day. He's like, I just resigned. I'm like, nigga, what happened? He's like, I can't do it.
It's a different world now. Listen.
He said, these kids telling me they love me and they ain't met me. I ain't been here but a week.
He probably was the nicest one on there. That's probably why.
That shit be on the floor.
Them ladies be mean.
Crying.
That's crazy.
That shit was funny.
That's good though. That he's retired now. He gets to like relax and do him. Yeah, that's good.
Man. Tell him, like, man, find some shit to do in the house.
Yeah.
Go have a cigar, have a beer, get on the grill, like, do shit that you enjoy.
Right. Feels good to you. Definitely.
Don't go get another fucking job. I know you don't want to do that shit.
Don't work.
You don't want to do that shit, bro.
Right. Definitely. I'm glad that you were able to come on here and talk about such a heavy topic. for those young men or just men in general out there that are going through what you have went through and are still going through, because a lot of people tend to think grief is over after a couple years. No, grief is continuous. It's a continuous daily, just like you said, going to get gas. It's those little triggers that happen. What advice could you give Black men out there that may be going through this?
First off, get some help, though. I don't care. Like, for instance, when I first started therapy, I told the lady, I'm like, look, I just need somebody to listen as I talk. Mm-hmm. And I said, if you want to chime in after I'm done, go for it. But, like, for these first few sessions, I just got some shit I got to get up off me. And she was like, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Because that all there is they're unbiased ear, and they don't sway, and they just there to listen or give you advice, whatever the case may be. But they just there to help. Right. That's somebody that you don't know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I actually did the online shit. I'm like, I'm not going to nobody's office. Right. You know what I'm saying? I do the online, but, this is a big step just for me to be on FaceTime with this lady I don't know. Mm-hmm. And, it might not work with the first person. You know what I'm saying? And you get a chance to try it out with somebody else. But me and my girl, we even got a therapist. We got a couples therapist. Oh, that's good. That, we talk to every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And that shit is helpful because shit occurs week in and week out, bro. And you got to talk to somebody about it, because if you don't, it's going to build up and build up and build up. And then you're going to find yourself exploding on somebody and you ain't mean to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I would say get help, for starters. And then also don't just talk about the one issue as to what made you go there. You got to start from the beginning. Mm-hmm. I went all the way back to high school with her. Yeah. I'm talking like the first time I got my heart broken, what monster that created. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And sports, I think more guys got to go to fucking therapy for sports. Like the fact that we from 3, 4, and 5 years old, we tweak our mind to go, all right, this is what we're doing. We're going to the NFL, we're going to the MLB, we're going to the NBA. From 3 to 23 to 25, and we don't make it, that fucks you up. Definitely. And you get to a point to where you're like, oh, well, I don't know what the fuck else I'm going to do. Like, I'm not good at nothing else. Right. I trained my brain, this is what we're going to do, and it didn't work out. Mm-hmm. So that alone is a battle in itself. So I would say a lot of guys definitely need to just get help, man. Just talk to somebody. Like, definitely. Because it'll help you. It's not that it's just to help you solve some shit. It's to help you break through mentally. Right. It might be something that's blocking you from something else. Yeah. You hear what I'm saying? Definitely. I completely agree. I definitely think, and that's the reason why I started the podcast, is because I want to break those stigmas that Black people or Black men, Black women that feel like they can't go to therapy for certain reasons or different things. So I'm definitely glad that therapy was able to help you and continuously, and using it within your relationship and within different aspects of your life. So I'm completely happy for you. Appreciate and your growth. As we spoke, as we spoke earlier, we met in high school. So the growth that you could just feel it on you, and you look healthy, you sound great, and I just pray and hope for the best for you within these next couple years. Thank you. Like I said, I'm so glad you came. Like I said, it's such a heavy topic, and I'm glad you were open, and I'm glad you believed in me enough to be here. So that means a lot. The fact of the matter is, mental health is a big thing, and everybody talking mental health, but we need more people who aren't in the celebrity status, more people that's me and you, that just that just want to help.
Yeah.
And are willing to sit down and talk with people and help them figure out what the fuck is going on.
Definitely.
I'm not that guy.
That's okay.
You know, it's some people out here that's willing to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's too much for me. Because I've changed so much from that, from me losing my mom. I'm not as outgoing. I have a social meter.
Yeah.
10 used to have that.
Definitely. I understand completely. And I think that comes with age as well, too. Yeah. Like, listen, I had enough for the month. Man. I'm good. Let's turn that off. See you guys next year. Man. Yeah. No, I completely understand that.
Homecoming is the highlight of the year for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I get to see all my niggas at one time.
Right.
For sure. All right. See y'all next year.
Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't invite me out. I'm good. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like I said, I'm just glad to have you here. Glad to be able to share this moment together. And yeah. So. And you have your girlfriend. She has a salon.
She does.
Go ahead and plug her in so we can find her. Get these heads done now.
Flossie Skin Artistry.
Okay.
What's the IG? I think it's Flossie. Hold on, where am I from? Yeah, shout out to Big KG, man. She has literally changed. We have been through so much. That is my nigga though.
Yeah.
Like I have more time. I enjoy spending more time with her than all of my niggas, to be honest.
See, look at that.
Yep, Flossie.skinartistry.
Okay.
On IG. She literally just got a new salon.
Okay.
She's very professional. She's caring with her work. Like she's devoted to it.
Yes.
She does lashes, brows.
Okay, now.
She tattoos eyebrows as well.
Okay.
She legit. Like I've seen a lot of her work, and I'm just like, my nigga. Cause short story. When she was in esthetician school, I used to go down there and see her, and she used to like use me as like a not on my eyebrows and shit,
right,
like
right,
facials and all of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that she the reason I actually like I didn't really just wash my face. Like I used to throw water on that shit and be.
And your skin looks good.
Appreciate it.
It looks good over there. All right, yeah. I see you. I see you. Definitely follow. Definitely book your appointments, guys. And where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram, Briggs_Xavier. I mean, shit, you might catch me on, one of your favorite stylists or designers' websites and whatnot. I'm doing reels and all of that as well to get ready with me's and all that. I'm about to get back to those. I just, like I said, bro, this last 2 quarters have been nuts.
Yeah.
They have been nuts, bro. Like, we just moved in together and all of that, and now we're getting ready to have this little function for the family. So it's going to be once this is over, and then she's taking me to New York for my birthday.
Oh, wow.
So once this is over, like, we can be able to take a deep breath a little bit.
Yeah.
Relax.
Come back, start the new year, and just, I feel that. Like I said, I'm happy for you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Good job.
Yes.
I know. So we are done here, guys. Make sure that you tune into the next episode. And once again, love you guys. And I hope you all have a great night or morning, whenever you're listening.
One goal, one passion. Why